What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're breaking down the WWE March 3rd, 2026 NXT show. This is going to be the recap. And yeah, this is the NXT. We got Vengeance Day on Saturday. That's going to be a ramp up. I can't wait for Vengeance Day. It's going to be a good PPE. It's going to be a banger of a show overall. And yeah, this is the NXT show. So again, hit a like, subscribe. It helps me out a ton. You'll know we kind of revamped, sorry, the website. Um, changed the logo because I'm tapping more into wrestling than DFS recently. I think that's my plan is gonna tap in a little bit more to wrestling. Uh, but we're still gonna do fantasy content, fantasy sports content. So if you want to check that out, definitely tap into the website, tap into the previous YouTube videos. I'm still breaking down some NBA slates, NFL, slowly but surely coming back. Still got the UFC fight picks on the website. Yeah, we're kind of doing it all. Anything involving sports, I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to get content out. But my main points are going to be, like I said, fantasy content and wrestling. Which wrestling, again, we're going to tie this all together and make it one big show. But anyways, we're here to talk about NXT, not about my life. So we had a impromptu street clothes fight. Miles Bourne defeated Ethan Page to retain the NXT North American Championship. That was really not a match that I expected, but hey, we got the match, and it was a street clothes fight. It was a good match overall. I liked that Miles Bourne though he defeated Ethan Page to retain. Does that mean Ethan Page is going to SmackDown or Raw soon? I think he should. I think he needs to. Um, so eventually, I think he's going to be going to one of the brands sooner than later. And then we had Red Sinclair defeated Nikita Lyons in a speed tournament matchup. Good match overall for Sinclair. I wanted to highlight as well, Jada Parker and Blake Monroe are ramping up, and now they're going to, yeah, Blake Monroe against Jada Parker match at Vengeance Day is now a street fight. So that's going to be a banger. I really hope Blake Monroe wins. She needs it to win. She needs it. We have Kalani Jordan linking up with Shayna Baszler regarding her match this Saturday against Lola Vice. You love to see it. You love to see it with Shayna. Izzy Dame and Tim Boxley are playing mind games to each other in that segment that we saw kind of over the place. Yeah, then we had let's go and just we can delete this tidbit now that we got that match official. Um we had Hank and Tank and Charlotte Hill defeat Vanity Project. It was an all-out brawl. When the Vanity Project attacked Hank and Tank and Charlotte Hill from behind the back of the beginning. During the match, though, we got a little tidbit of Keanu Carver and Jasper Troy are in the works due to Keanu Carver telling Booker to tell Jasper Troy to keep his main name out of his mouth. I believe I highlighted that last show. That could we get Keanu Carver versus Jasper Troy? I think it's in the works. That would be a banger of a match. And then we had Tony D'Angelo versus Dion Lennox this Saturday at Vengeance Day. The Dark State. Oh man, that's ramping up too. So we'll see who wins that with Tony D'Angelo. And then yeah, we had the women's championship match, JC Jane versus Zarya. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? So Ruka interfered and dropped Zarya and JC Jane with a double soul snatcher. And in a no contest, obviously, Robert Stonewall says he will make a decision on the NXT Women's title at Vengeance Day. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know what he's planning. I don't know what he's wrapping up. And then we had Ricky Saints coming out with the guitar. Um, with the playing a little song here and there. And then the show ended with Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne stands tall to end after the chaos of Ricky Saint experience. Vanity Project tried to tap in. Miles Bourne came in and swooped in to defend Joe Hendry. And yeah, anyways, yeah, the big news is obviously Sol Ruka coming out. But we got some stipulations added for Vengeance Day, so that's gonna be good. But yeah, was the WWE March 3rd, 2026 NXT recap show. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. It's a great step for us tonight, everybody. Have a good one.